Bring this over here. Yo, man, I can't wait till I get this new mic stand. What's up, people? If y'all joining early, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. We made it. We made it. It's 2021. Um, yeah, this gonna be real. I was gonna say it's gonna be real low key, but it's not because we about to turn up here in a bit. I'm just trying to get this set up right and mess around with this new software. We're gonna be using this for the streaming coming new in 21, right? So we starting off the year super fresh with new things and getting this OBS software set up with my restream. The problem is I lose the ability to see my chat. So I don't really know if y'all with me. Man. So I have to enter the live seat to do that. So y'all come in, get settled. We're going to figure out how to do this. Boom. Log in. Doom, doom, doom. Oh. Well, that's dope. I can see that we live. All right. I can see that we live. Trying to get the chat. So give me a second. I'm trying to find out where the restream chat is so I can see the chat. So I can see who's out there. See what's going on. And we're about to get some music here in a sec though. Because that's how we do. You take me here. I can't get to the chat. So I don't know how to embed the chat. That sucks. I feel like there should be a way to do that and restream to make it cool. So anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me on New Year's Day. So yeah, like I wanted to do a couple of things. Number one, earlier this week, I kind of went on this coding and drinking kind of binge, and I stumbled across this bubble.io, ended up making an app, and it's pretty cool. There's this thing going on, this kind of movement, the no code movement. There's a bunch of different kind of applications and frameworks out there that allow you to start building applications without code. And so I checked one out like late Wednesday and kind of started building with it. So I wanted to talk to everybody a little bit about that. Walk you guys through some of this. I think this is a great way. Like if you ever wanted to get into tech, if you've ever thought about looking into tech, making applications, bubble.io, right? I think it's this is an awesome way to kind of get started because you don't have to code. You just kind of drag and drop and build something. And we'll go through that today. Like I'll dive into this app that I've been building, kind of show you guys how that works. And we'll talk about it. We'll try to talk about it because I can't see the chat, and I'm gonna try to figure that part out. And then also, 2021, man, what's the plans? What are you guys looking to do? I want to hear from you guys. I wanted this to be like hugely interactive, but I gotta be able to figure out how to get to the chat. So give me a second. I'm gonna figure this out. See if I can't get to the chat. Man. Read only. Chat. Yeah, I don't know if these chat messages are going to come in or not. So, anyway. Man, oh man. Technology. You got to love it when it works. So, anyway. We're just going to keep going. I'll check out the socials and see if I can't find some of the chats on there live. So if you guys are with me, you're chatting with me or whatever, I can try and pick up on it. I will do that. But in the meantime, let's get some music going on. So here's the beautiful thing about this, right? We can play some music. And you know why we can play some music? Because I own the rights to the music that we're getting ready to play. So I don't have to worry about getting any copyright infringement because it's my music. It's the safest way that I can do that right now without them paying for all the license and stuff like that. So shout out to my boy Legacy City, street legend, out there helping independent artists, learning how to to run this music game independently. And because of that, we can stream some music. So we're going to put the album up. Have that playing in the background, right? Actually, I'm going to pick the ones I want, though. Let's start off with this, because I kind of like this one. A little bit more up-tempo. So thanks, everybody, for joining. If you're on the stream, like, I apologize for having technical difficulties, so I cannot see any of the chats. I will check in on the socials to see if you guys are commenting and stuff like that. I have to figure out how to embed the restream chat into OBS when we get that done. But until then, let's get to it. So, excuse me as I'm making some edits here, some changes to some of my sound. Oh man, 2021. It's been, man. Look, 2020. It was a crazy year. It was a crazy year in all the ways that we could possibly think of. And one of the things that I usually do, which I didn't actually get a chance to do this year, coming into 21, was I usually get away and I go down. I usually try and get by some water. And I usually end up going to California. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. But I usually end up going down to California, taking some time, just kind of write my goals, right? What are some of the things that I want to do coming into the next year, and really more reflection on what I did this past year. And I didn't do that this year, partly because the year was just kind of crazy, right? Obviously, we couldn't travel as much, things of that nature. But really, I just wasn't, I'm going to be honest, I just wasn't feeling it this year. So, but that's definitely something I'm going to sit down and do. It's kind of make a plan for this year and some of the things that I want to accomplish. If you guys follow me, you guys know I've posted recently. I just recently purchased the domain name for my book, so that is in the works. The first round of editing has actually begun, and continue to write these chapters and get that finished. And so Q1, quarter one of this year, 21, is when I'm looking to have it launched, right? So it's going to be a self-published thing, and we're going to go through there and, try and brand it myself and kind of get it out there. So I'm looking forward to that. That's definitely a big thing that I'm looking for in 21. Obviously, continue to expand, my financial business and working with clients. For some of the clients that, like, towards the end of the year, got crazy. I haven't reached out to a lot of you, but I will, and we'll get on track and get that back and going. So obviously, want to expand some things there, and just continue to grow as a person, right? One of the big things coming into this year is, it's the big 4-0 this year. I would always, hear people and, going into a certain age or whatever, and all these things they want to do. And I've never really been too high or too big on certain things, but, I think this year for me, like, just specifically for where I'm at and, in life and the growth of where I feel like I'm at, some of the things I want to do is, it's definitely, I feel like there's a change, kind of wind of change kind of coming with some of the things I want to do. Is I'm kind of getting to the habit of doing this a lot more, like streaming and kind of being out there talking with everybody. I love putting out more content. The podcast from last year was fantastic. Right, and I've got so many good things planned for the podcast. So if you don't know, if you've never tuned in, Cocktails, Code, and Conversation, you can check it out wherever you get stream your podcast from. Sorry, I'm trying to look at these notifications and see what's coming in, because, like I said, I can't see the chat. But man, the podcast this past year was so fun. It was so fun, and I'm having so much fun with that. I'm adding so much more things to it coming into this year. So. Can't wait. Part of this is what this is, right? Is why I wanted to kind of hang out and do this, because I'm going to be using this platform to kind of stream, and I like it because I can kind of control some more of the views and things that you guys can see, which I think is pretty cool. But like I said, I got to figure out how to work in the chat, because it doesn't make any sense if I can't see you guys interact. But so I'm super excited about the things that are going with the podcast and growing that. On the Corner Media Group, right, is the business that I co-founded with. Some of my business partners, and that is going to have a much bigger impact in 21 as well, as we kind of roll out more podcasts, right? We're all about, giving voices to the Black and brown experience. We rolled out All Mixed Up this past year, which was awesome. So check that out, All Mixed Up. That's on all major podcast platforms, and we're going to be ramping that up again and give you some more episodes, as well as some other podcasts that we have in the work that's going to come out. So as optimistic and cautiously, I'm looking forward to 21 just to kind of expand in some more things. But I think for all of us, right, we've kind of just hopefully taken a step back and re-looked at how fragile life is, right, and we've seen how things can change very quickly. So just to jump in on that and embrace that and make sure that we're constantly moving forward. So for those of you that are on, that you're listening, you check out, if you see this on a replay, I want to know, like, what's up? What do you guys have planned for 21? What are you guys looking forward to? What do you guys want to do? Definitely let me know. I want to hear from you. Comment either on the stream, wherever you're at, where you're watching this at. If you're watching on the replay, still comment on the stream so I can see it. I just want to know. I want to hear about what you guys are doing in 21. But let's get into this Bubble app real quick. This is going to be fun, and I'm going to turn the music back up, and really we're just going to vibe for a little bit here, and I'm going to walk you guys through kind of what I'm doing with this app and what I want it to be, and you guys can just kind of come along for the ride with that. As we turn the music back up, get ready to go. Oh man, I don't know if I always had this. I gotta share this with you guys. Hold on one second. We're gonna load this out. Share something with y'all real quick. So you're listening, you're like, Dave, what is that music? What are you streaming? That is my album that is streaming in the background. And I'm just noticed I got this little blue check that says verified artist. I don't know if I've always had that, but it's the first time I noticed that. I thought it was pretty cool. So anyway, check it on Spotify. Devin James, the Devin James Experience. That's the music you're listening to. I do own all the rights to this song, so I can play it freely. But y'all didn't know this was gonna be a listening party too. But look, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm working, I need to have music. That's how we work. So but let's get back to Bubble and this finance app, right? So again, guys, Bubble.io, like I thought this was so freaking cool, right? The fact that you can build apps without having to know how to code, right? The tech industry is just booming. Like it's constantly still growing. There's a lot of people who want to make their way in. I've been in countless conversations that get asked all the time, like, hey, if I want to get into tech, like, do I have to go to college? I have to do these things or whatever. Now, look, having a computer science degree, right, I'm going to have a little bias because I loved, getting my comp sci degree. And I think it's important, like, understanding the theory behind computer science and computing, because then that kind of gives you more flexibility. You can program really in any language once you understand the theory of computing. And you get that from going into a good comp sci program. Now, do you need that to immediately get started and start programming? No, right? You can, they've got Udemy now, they've got Coursera, they've got all these things that you can go and learn, like the different languages that you need and just, start programming. So, and now with this movement, like this no code movement, right? You don't even need to really do that. You can start to build applications without knowing how to code. Now, granted, I don't know, right, how much you can get done, right, without knowing how to code. I don't, right? And I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't know. So part of what I want to do is I want to look at that, right? So like I said earlier in the stream, earlier this week, Wednesday, like I was up all night, kind of pulled, not an all-nighter, but, been a while since I've been up just kind of doing this and working on building this little app. And I love like how this thing is set up, right? So in Bubble.io, you set up an account, it's free, right? And literally, this is all you have to do, like, to build an app. Like, you have your design, so you have your widgets and things like that you can build and drop on there. And then you just program in your actions, right? Okay. Sorry, let me back up. You don't really program in your actions. Like, you just point and click the actions, right? So I'm going to walk you through something. Actually, before I even walk you through the app, let me show you what Bubble does. It makes it, like, super, super easy for you to learn and kind of get started. For those of you that have development experience, you can probably skip something because you can figure a lot of it out. But for those of you, like, if somebody's looking at this and is like, yo, I think this is cool, I want to see if I can't build an app. You can literally start from scratch. They do have templates, but I want to show you guys, the lessons. This is where I want to go. Let's go to lessons. Matter of fact, let's just do this. Let's just start this lesson using external APIs. I haven't done this one yet, so we're going to do it together, right? So you get this little pop-up, and this was going to integrate the iTunes API, right? So It walks you through, tells you what to do, whatever. So let's read through this. Build an app for displaying a list of songs from iTunes. Hey, actually, this is going to be really freaking cool. So, hopefully it lets me select the songs. But if not, we're going to walk through this. We're going to do this live. So we're going to walk through whatever this tutorial is. And then if it doesn't let me select the songs, we're going to do two things. I'm going to go back after this tutorial. We're going to build it again. And I'm going to go grab like my songs from iTunes and build that app and put it out there. And then I'll publish it and it'll be live and you can go hit it. Right. And then I'll put the URL in this for people watching on the replay or whatever. So boom, just like that. So let's figure this out. Let's go together. All right. So first we're going to build the input form. I'm just going to follow the steps. So we're going to start by drawing a text input to let users type a query about the songs they're looking for. All right, cool. So this is it literally walks you through all of this, tells you what you need to do. This is really pretty cool. All right, now we need to build the grid album pictures. We'll do this using a repeating group. Boom. Drag and drop it. I'm just going to move it. There we go. All right, we're going to change the repeating group format into a grid having 3 rows and 2 columns. All right, let's change the number of rows first. So we want 3 rows and we want 2 columns. All right, now let's figure out how we get data from iTunes. Go to Plugins tab, add plugins, iTunes, boom. Free. Done. Now we're going back to design. All right, so now we're going to set the grid up to be a list of songs. Pick iTunes songs. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to nerd out for you guys for just a minute. So for my non-tech folks who are watching this, right, just kind of bear with me. But the cool thing about what that just did, right, so now we have the ability to go and call out to the API, call out to iTunes, and by installing that plugin, it gave us a bunch of stuff in the background to allow us to do that. But what it also did was it made a new object for us, a new thing, like it's called iTunes, right? So now it knows what an iTunes song is. So now we know in this repeating group, it's going to have iTunes, that the type of content is going to be an iTunes song. All right, so. All right, now it says we can display a list of songs in a repeating group and it will show a different song in each cell. Next, let's actually get the data from iTunes. So now we're going to go to data source. We click and get data from an external API. API provider. Boom, get iTunes song. Term to search for. Oh, this is so cool. So we go insert dynamic. Boom. Nice. So the last thing we need to do is add a link with the song's title. This link will redirect you to the relevant iTunes page. Okay, let's do that. All right. So I'm going to finish this and I'll go back and kind of explain what we just did with this last one. Let's insert a link into the first cell. Edit that a little bit. Oops. Okay. Undo. Whatever. Text should be dynamic and display the song's title. So current cells, iTunes songs, track title. It's external URL, destination URL. So let's pick this as addition. You should have current cells. What did I mess up? I don't know, right? URL. Boom. Okay, I'm opening a new tab and preview. Look at that, guys. Done. Let's see what we get. All right. So very simple. Let's search. I guess some things going on here. All right, but let's pull up. Can I search for myself? Boom! Look at that. Look for Devin James. We got it. Matter of fact, right now we're listening to everything. So if I click on that, go to iTunes, bam. Guys, we just built an app in like what was it, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Like going through the tutorial. That was super, super cool. Right? So we can go to the next lesson. I'm gonna say I'm good for now. I wonder if it won't let me go back. But that was actually pretty cool. So here, let's do this. We're gonna expand on that. And again, like I really wanted to share this because I just think this is so awesome. This is a great way for people to get into tech, understand like what it's like to build an app and all these things. So, and this would be a great way if you've got kids, right? If you've got young kids that you want to get into tech or have been asking about tech, maybe you want to get into programming. Like this is a great way to get them started, right? So they can see what it's like to like build apps because you have to think about like, what do you want your app to look like? What do you want it to do? And so this is a great way of kind of getting some of that functionality so they can get the apps. And then if they want to dig deeper, they can actually learn how to code, later on or not, right? I think this was, if you wanted to make a good product manager, right? If that's something you wanted to be, get them here like building apps, right? Getting used to the questions you got to ask to build apps. Like, okay, what does my user want here? What I want them to do? What's this experience like, right? These are all things that make a really good product manager because you're going to be, as a product manager, you're going to be working with your customers, understanding like how the product needs to be better. And by having some experience like this, right? This is a way that you can then relay back to your development team, like how you want the product to be. Or even if this continues, right? There's no code thing, just goes to take off and replaces developers. I know developers don't scream at me, guys, but and gals. I don't know. Yeah, now it's just your product manager's kind of your developer, right? And can make changes back from the customer on the fly. I don't know. So it's very interesting. I think it's lowering the barrier, which is good, so we can get more people involved into the mix of creating applications. So what I want to do right now with you guys is we're gonna make a new app, and we're going to make that aaaand search app, but we're going to clean it up a little bit because that preview one, it's kind of bland, stuff like that or whatever. I'm going to see if we can pull photos in, stuff like that, like make it out the grid. So let's do that for the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Let's see how long it takes us, right? So hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, music you hear in the background is the Devin James Experience. Check it out on all the streaming platforms. Shameless plug. Oh, dang, now I can see it. Okay. The screen is blurred. Okay. Thanks, Trish, for letting me know. So I can see the chat. This is awesome if I go back in here. So I don't need to be here. I can come here and I can see the chat. All right. Okay. I'll work on the resolution. So apparently I can't post messages back to Facebook, so I can only read only from Facebook. So this is cool. So I'm glad that I can actually at least pull this up. Oh, you know what I can do? I know there's a way that I can get this chat out of here, but I'm not going to sit here and have you guys like watch me how to figure it out. So let's go build this iTunes search app. Let's see what kind of app it's going to be. I don't know. Directory and listings? I don't know. Go with application. Test out a business idea. Whatever. This year. Quick little app to search iTunes and display music. Display songs. I'm afraid what's left to me. Can I? All right, what? Music app. How about we just do that? All right, boom. Oh, music app is taken. Music app. All right, it's gonna be my music app. David's music app. 28. Because David's a very common name. Boom! We got an app. All right. So this is cool. I can show you guys like when you start to build like a new app, like what the process it kind of takes you through. Here, I'm gonna do this too. If I make this bigger, That probably still comes in kind of blurry. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on this. Better ways to make this resolution any better. I don't think I can. To make it right. No, we go through. Yeah, I don't know if I can fix resolution, but sorry. So when you start out, you get this new application assistant, which is pretty cool. And it just asks you a couple of questions about the app, things of that nature, and kind of set some stuff up for you. So we're gonna walk through it and see what it says. All right. So what do you want to display in the browser? Music search. All right. Next up. It's going to be English for the main language. Do you have a favorite content upload? We don't. I don't feel like creating one, so we'll go next up. Do you think your app will need payment functionality? If so, click on Install Plugin and Payment Plugin. It won't, but we do know from that tutorial, right? We're going to need iTunes. So let's go look for iTunes. Come on. Aha, so it filtered it to payment because I said yes, but it was about payment. We're not looking at payment. So what if I go to media? API. There we go. So let's install that one. Done. Go to next step. Yes. Just said that. Do I need the API connector for that? Let's just put it in there. The tutorial didn't have us do the API connector, but we'll put it in there. All right. Let's start with the blank page. All right, we're not going to do boilerplate. We're just going to do straight blank page like we had before, right? So here's our canvas. Let's build it out, right? So let's do something. Now, I am not I'm not a design type person, right? So we're going to clean this up a little bit, but it's probably still going to be for you designers out there like, oh my God, this is horrible. But there's a beautiful thing about it. Like if you are the designer type, right, and you like making screens prettier and stuff like that, like you have like the styles and all kinds of things to do that, but you can also build in your functionality to actually make it an app and functional. And I think that's just so super cool. So we're going to put in a text right here and we're going to say, welcome to the music app. All right. Now let's do something with that. Let's make that a heading. There we go. Let's edit the style. What do we want this to look like? Ugly and hurtful and so full of pride. Don't you run away. And conditionals, we got the appearance, we got H1. There we go. I'm trying to change this font a little bit. That's big shoulders. That's not pretty. Here, we'll go with this. All right. So add style. Oh, they actually have themes. Let's look at the themes. Whoa, look at that. Oh, let's go dark UI. Yes. I like it. I don't know what happens with the dark UI thing though, but all right, so we'll go with that. Welcome to the music app. What else do we want here? Ooh. So I had a thought real quick when I saw the video. I was like, it would be cool, like if we could search for, like have the search for the iTunes grid and everything to come up here, and then over here, like have it automatically load a video for that one. Might still be able to do that. Actually, that'll be a phase 2, right? Let's do the simple stuff. Let's get it pulling back in the songs like we saw before and make that a little prettier. And then we'll see based on what you search, if we can't figure out a way to take the search results and then in another in another box over here, have it pull up, like go search YouTube and see if we can pull up a music video for it. I think that would be pretty cool. But for now, I think we need an image, right? Let's grab an image. Welcome to the music app. Let's find a nice place to put an image. Search for free images. God, I love free stuff. Let's look for music. Okay, there we go. Standard style, standard image. Element type, image, appearance. Let's get a little roundness there. I don't know, maybe some width. I like shadows. Okay. That style. Music, image, element style, image, great, I guess. Okay. Ooh, nice, there we go. Ooh, that's gonna get pixely real quick. Find it, babe. Your love's driving me crazy and I can't get enough. Alright, so we'll do that. Boom. Welcome to the music app. Alright, nice little picture. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. Alright, now let's go back. What do we do like? We had a repeating group. Actually, no, we need input. We gotta put on our search, right? Let's put that there. And let's put some text right above it. Let's do maybe small title. Okay, search for music. Enter music name here. Enter name of song or artist. Okay. Cool. Now we're going to take that repeating group. I'm going to draw that right here. But how many rows do we have? We did 3 rows last time. And then I want... Can we get 3 columns? Let's go 3 columns. Okay. Type of content. Interesting. We don't have our iTunes. Gotta love when the tutorial sets stuff up for you in a different way. So, let's go figure out. Cause the chicks are for me. But a family disease. Baby, come back to me. Come and be what I need. That she looks at me. And I call her name. Mary Jane. And I will describe it better. Interesting. I don't even think the search is working. Let's check the chat. If I go music. Okay. Whoa. iTunes. There we go. Yeah. That's there now. Apparently it wasn't installed from the last time. So, boom, look at that. iTunes song. Data source, get data from the song API. Get iTunes songs. Term to search. So we're going to use our inputs. Input, enter name of songs, value, close. Right? So, to kind of go over what that's doing, right? So we're saying the type of content for this repeating group is a iTunes song, right? Because we've connected to that iTunes plugin, so it knows what an iTunes song is. And after that, we're saying the data source, where we're going to get the data from. So we're telling it, we're going to go search, call iTunes, bring back some data. And what we're going to do when we get those iTunes songs, we need a value to search for. So we're saying our input to enter name of song, that's the name of this little input because we didn't give it a good name. But so we're going to take that value is going to be the search term that we pass to iTunes. And so it'll return us whatever it gets back, right? Okay, so we have that. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different now that we've got that set up. Because I want to understand what's... I wanted to see if we could see the data set for an iTunes song so we know what it's going to return. But doesn't really have that yet. So that's cool. So what we'll do here is we'll go text. And over here, we'll bring back some dynamic data. Current sales iTunes song. All right, so we get back artist, track title, album title, URL. We do get an album image back. So this is pretty cool. We're going to be able to display an image. So I like this. All right, so here we're going to say, this will be the artist. So we'll put the artist here. And just because I like to have some things labeled, we're going to do this. I'm going to put artist name. Let's give this a nice little tip text, warning text. Heading 4. That's cool. Again, not a visual person, not like much of a designer. So I'm not good at making things pretty. All right. So we know we're going to put the name there. So now let's figure out what we're going to put here. It's not coming out how I want it. Go away. Go away. Here we go. Make sure this is in the repeating group. It's our dynamic data. This is not. Interesting. Why is it not? Okay, so to kind of you guys what's going on, what we need to have happen is I want to change. Let me grab this. Oh, I did not want to do that. Where's that text? A trip to Central Bay. We'll cruise around the bay, talking the day away. Till you feeling the sensation. But we get into thoughts, kissing your private dreams. Thought not lusts. It's just us. Intoxicated by the thought of what's next. I want it all, baby, not just sex. I've been watching you. Should be current cell. Dude, there it is. Current cells. Track title. Wow. Yeah. So all of that, guys, because I got myself confused. And I can't move this. It's not moving where I wanted to move. It's irritating me. Stop it. Okay. You can see how frustrating this is? This is the only thing I don't like about this. Like, I cannot move. I just want to move this. This is all I want to move. And, like, I can't, like, lock. Okay. Whatever. We're going to skip it and keep moving. All right, so artist name. We got track title. Let's pull this up here. Track title. And then, what do we make this? I think we made this like a heading 4, right? Or 5. You guys remember? Yeah, it was 4. All right. Bet. Heading 4. Pull this down. Okay. So artist name, track title, and then we're gonna grab the picture. And we're gonna put that over here. So to do that, we're gonna grab an image. Put that over here. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a dynamic image. Insert dynamic data. So we need to see current cells something. Yeah, that's not what we want. I need this in the repeating group. And it's not getting into the repeating group. Huh. So this is the same thing we do with the link. Insert dynamic data. So weird. So what I'm looking for is that we should get, when we go to insert dynamic data, we should get current, since it says current user, we should see current cell like we have over here. And so I'm not seeing the current cell pop up, which is weird. And I don't know why it's doing that. By my side. So I'm going to do this because I don't like the way this is coming together. Delete it. Bring it back. 3 columns. 3 rows. Type of content. I'm gonna do the data source again. Get iTunes song. Insert. Value. Close. Rebuild that. So I find it interesting that it only allows me to put it here. That's not what I wanted. Interesting. All right. That we share. That's why I will always declare I love you. I need you. Giant text boxes must be printable as text. This is a list of options. So, term to search for. What's wrong? Oh, why is this? Okay, this is not the most. Really weird. So Bubble's not always the most responsive, as we're seeing, but you know, up and coming company. So you're getting your iTunes songs. Don't have your term to search for. I want that close. Okay. You have everything you need now. I don't like the fact that it's current sales artists. Huh. I think it's weird that it won't. Oh, okay. Got it, guys. Sorry, I'm a little slow. So apparently this whole thing will repeat, which is interesting. I feel like that's not what we did in the tutorial, though. So you can go back and take a look at that, but this is the only thing that's going to repeat, which sucks because I kind of want to build a table where I have the artist name, and then the track title, and then the image. I think I have a way that we could do it, but it seems inefficient. So what I'm thinking is I could make a repeating group. A repeating group that just has the artist name, a repeating group that just has the track title, a repeating group that just has the image, right? That's a lot of data calls for like no reason. And I just think I'm missing something like really simple to get this to work the way that I want it to work. So or maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, I don't get the. But I could go here and say, give me the repeating groups, songs, list of songs. I wouldn't know which one I'm at specifically if I did it that way. Interesting. So let's I could build it all here. Let's take a chat. Anybody here? Nope. Wah, wah. Teach me how to love you. I make mistakes and fall out your love, I fall apart. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in this one since this one actually seems to do what I want. But we're going to come back and look at this. See, I get current sales, track title. Interesting. Which means I need to make this thing like a really, really, really big roll. I don't know why it does that. Come on. That's not what I want. Rage click. And so now, move this thing because I can't select it. You are going to see why. Because you go over here somewhere. I'm going to shrink this to the size that I want it. And then move it here. And then now I can move the thing here. Okay. Edit. Insert dynamic data. Current sales iTunes songs. Album image. Boom. All right. Let's see how this comes out. Let's test it and preview it. So, we get a nice grid. But each grid is displaying different information. So that's cool. Now we kind of know how it works. So we can change our design a little bit. So we'll kill that. Come back here. So since everything's going to be inside, we're going to do this. Ooh. I don't know. How are we going to do this? What is this? Let's tell us some interesting things here. Why are you not? Alright, let's back all the way up. That's what works. Stay there. Thank you. Stay there. Shift this over a little bit too. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So we're going to pick this up. And we're going to say artist name. Probably need to make this whole thing a little bigger. So basically I'm going to build the design in this little... that's not what I want. Track name. Take that out. Let's get some styling. Use the same song we did. We'll do heading 5. We'll make this a heading 5. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this down. See how that works. Preview. And let's look up somebody, name an artist. Let's look up Drake. There we go. So we can quickly search and see everything that's coming up there. Now I get it. So each one is a song. So in a repeating group in the cell, each cell represents an object that you pull back. So that's why I couldn't do like artist name, track title, whatever. It's got to all be right here. So you kind of have to build your design in this little group, and it's going to copy that design coming across. But pretty cool. Artist name. Okay. Some stuff comes a little off though, depending on how the information comes back. So we can kind of see some of that. It gets a little weird. All right, but let's look for, I don't know, let's look for Jay-Z. Oh, interesting. So here's an interesting thing. It's only running once. It doesn't refresh. And the reason why is because I don't have anything to I don't have anything to tell it to go back and look at that input again. So let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Oh, well that did. Why did it send it that way and it didn't? Oh, I think I gotta clear it. And now it brings it up. All right. What about Meg? All right. So interesting. It works. Anyway, guys, that's it. It's bubble.io. Pretty cool. Cool to make apps without actually having to code. It's got some hiccups here and there, just kind of moving around, but using it. But I mean, that's pretty. It is pretty dope, honestly. Myself, like in like the last 20, 30 minutes, like we built an app that can reach out to, iTunes and like search for music or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Maybe might actually publish this to a production app and have it out there just running for a little bit. I'll do some more edits. Try and make it look a little nicer, clean that up a little bit, stuff like that. So bubble.io, guys, I actually suggest you check it out. Like I said, if you've ever been into tech or want to get into tech, want to look at making apps, that's a great way to get started. That's really it. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that was here hanging out. Trish, as always, I love you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna continue working on this platform, but this is the new kind of platform that I will be using kind of going forward for all of my streaming content. I'll actually be doing the interviews, my podcast interviews this way. And I'm actually working. I've got a designer right now working on some graphics, so I'll have some new graphics and stuff coming up for that. And I'll kind of get used to this thing. The chat thing is huge. I got to figure that out though. Like this thing makes no sense if I can't see the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's just something that I missed and didn't get set up the right way. So yeah, and I'm just scrolling through Facebook looking at my homeboy May who got a Zoom Happy New Year with his siblings and him in these glasses, man. Like just ridiculous. But that's Maine. I've never met anybody that likes to party as much as this dude. And I love him for it. So that's it. We're gonna shut it down. I'm gonna watch Ohio State and Clemson kind of get underway. If it's not already underway, let me see. Am I missing it? Like it's gonna be like a quarter into the game already. No, Alabama's still trouncing Notre Dame. Yes, 31-7. Good gracious. Sorry if you're watching this. Spoiler alert. Notre Dame is getting rocked, just as all we thought. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Hey, let's make it a great 2021, everybody, as great as we can, right? Obviously, given everything else that's going on, but we can find the positive in everything that we do. So continue to do that. Look for positive things. Look for new things. Make sure you're writing some goals. You're giving yourself some things to reach for, and do it. Prosper this year. It's been fun. We'll see you guys later on in the year.